Okay, so today I'm going to show you how to hook up Google Merchant Center to your Shopify store. There are a couple things that you're going to need. You're going to need to have a Google Adwords account, okay, ads.google.com, link in the description below. You're also going to need to have a Shopify store that's active and not password protected, okay. You're also going to need Google Merchant. You'll go to merchants.google.com and you'll get this Merchant Center page here. So those are three of the key things that you need to get your products into the Google Shopping or the Google Merchant, where when you do a search in Google and then you click at the top and you look at it and you can see shopping. So you get into that actually URL. So what it does is Google Merchant Center will create ads inside of your Shopify store with the Smart Campaign, and then it will create a custom ads for you inside of your AdWords account, and then use your budget that's already existing inside of your AdWords account. You could always log in and adjust the budget, etc. Okay, so you're going to need to have a Google account. So if you don't have one of those, you head over to google.com, where you can just click on go to merchants.google.com. It'll send you this page, and then you simply click on Get Started to go through that. You can sign in if you already have an account. Okay, so I'm going to skip some steps here, but I've already have an AdWords account. You can go ahead and click the link below on how to create an AdWords account below. Then there's also how to create the merchant account, the merchant.google account below. But you could just follow through the prompts. It's pretty self-explanatory. If you don't know something, you could skip it as you're going through the setup, and then you can edit it later. But they'll ask you for some basic information so that you can proceed through the site. So I'm not going to sign in here. I'm already going to go over to my, the first thing that I actually do is I'm going to go and check my store. Okay, and in this case, I have this generic dropship store set up. Okay, with some products and some other things. Your X over $29, it's free. Some products on here. Well, what Google and other systems are going to require is that you have a refund policy. You have your shipping and returns policy on here. Okay, it's very important that you have your policies on the website so that they understand who to contact and that you actually do cover that. Also, a privacy policy. In this case, we have store policies all on one page. And then your contact information. So if we're going to our contact page, should have your email address on here, as well as I ended up removing it before this video. So, but it has our direct address. It has a phone number where they can contact us, and has a form, right? They also require email address, but I'll put that back on after the video's over. So now that we have these elements on our website, we need to go into the store itself and look at the products. So the products have to be set up correctly. All right. So in order for the products to be set up correctly, before we add any other sales channels or anything else, we're going to log in our Shopify admin and click on all products. So in this case, I'm going to come down and I'm going to work on this resistance trainer band thing. Okay, so products need to have a few things related to them. So obviously you're going to have your description here, your title of what the product is, and then a nice description, images, etc. However you want to set it up. The product has to be active and not in draft. Okay, you have to have it for sale on your sales channel, your main store, obviously. Product type is good as a good indicator to tell them what the actual product is. In this case, I put fitness, but it could be fitness equipment. It could be anything. Okay, and then the vendor is the owner of the store. They're actually importing these into their system and selling them under their own brand name. So the vendor is how-to products. So the vendor in your case might be Nike or someone else, okay, that you're selling. And then we want to make sure that it's assigned, that the products are assigned to a collection or category in this case. Shopify uses collections. So we want to make sure that it is assigned to at least one of the collections. If it isn't, then you just click in here and you can go ahead and select whatever your collections are that you have set up. If you need to know how to set up a Shopify store, we have 2 other videos on how to create a Shopify store from start to ending with a basic Shopify setup, adding some products, etc. And the link is down below. I'm going to scroll down here some more. It's always good to put tags on your products just so you can help the engines know what you're offering as well as people. And then some people don't show the tags on the front end of their website. We do, just so that the engines can pick those up, people can pick them up in searches. We want to make sure we have a price in here. Don't have to have a compare price. Don't have to put your cost in. But then you have this charge tax on this item, whether it's yes or no. Okay. This is a dropship store, so it's fulfilling through Overload. There are other ones on here as well. So this is from the vendor that it's coming from. Google Merchants also requires that you have a UPC, a GTIN, etc. here, which is really like a manufacturer's number, barcode. So we'll just, in this case, just copy what the SKU number is because we don't know what that is. If you have your own UPC or your own code numbers, you could stick them in here as well. It's something that Google is going to require. So Google requires that you have the brand, that you're going to have it in the category, that your images are of a certain size, right? And then you also have your inventory. So you may or may not be tracking inventory here. So we click on track inventory. We have that available. It's a physical product. We put our weight in. Some people don't put in the customs information. You can if you want. It's all up to you. Variants, we don't have any additional drop downs for this, size, color, weight, nothing like that. So, and then this is important here. So this is actually what the Google Merchant is going to use for displaying the product and then also its description. So my description above has all this. So Shopify automatically inserts this into the search engine SEO portion of the product. Well, that doesn't really read well enough to explain in a short amount of time for the products that people look. So I can click on edit the web SEO, and then I'm just going to leave it in here, but full body workout at home, no need bulky equipment. So it's really a resistance band trainer. So I'll copy some of this stuff. Here, let me just copy some of this. I'm going to go ahead and delete some of it. And I'll just put in resistance bands set 11 piece flex bands by how to products, a little spacer, and you get a full body workout at home without any gym. So now you can get the same result from the house. Full workouts, Resi bands per solution for you. There, that's enough. You can put whatever you want in there, and then we go ahead and save it. So this product is active, it's available and stuff. And now what I'm going to do is add the Google Shopping app to this, right? So I have to make sure that I first have my Google Ads account created first, okay? And it's a fully functioning Google Ads account. So if you go to ads.google.com, create your account, you have to enter your billing information and it has to be active, right? So you have to make sure that the actual billing information is correct on there. And then you're going to go over to your merch, your merchant here, Google Merchant Center, okay? And you are going to add a your account. So I went in here and already added how-to products, and I am going to come in here. It has some stuff in here from the last time we did the feed, but what you're going to want to do is if I click on products right now, I don't have any because I don't have that Google shopping app inside of Shopify feeding into this thing yet, right? So what I usually do is I'll go ahead and check and make sure that I did all the basic setup for the Google Merchant Center and I have the AdWords account. Then I go into Shopify and I check the product, and then I go down to the image here, and if I look at these images, you're going to want to make sure there's an alt text also on this image. So resistance bands 11 piece set, and then save alt text. And then this image is 800 by 800 pixels, so that's a good size to be. Larger is better, but having square images is really good for your store, as well as to keep some symbiosis and similarity throughout the site, cohesiveness, and also for Google Merchant and Google Ads and things. So you have square ads, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and close this. So this image is great. Additional pictures are always good. If you do have additional images in here, click on them and then add the alt text to them, because otherwise it's gonna pick up this JPEG stuff. So I can do resistance, band set, 11 pieces. It's a little different than my other alt text. And I'll go through and do all of those, okay? So next thing that I do is I'm gonna go ahead and go over here to the sales channels, right over here underneath online store. And I'm gonna go ahead and click on the plus sign. And then I'm gonna look for Google in here. Now they used to have this, you had to add an app of Google Feed and everything, and it just was just horrible. It never worked really well. So they finally ended up adding this as a sales channel. So we're gonna go ahead and click the plus sign. It's going to go ahead and add the app for us. Yes, we're going to scroll down here and we're going to go ahead and add the sales channel. Okay, so now I have to reconnect my account because I disconnected it. So I'm going to click on reconnect. In your case, you'd select connect. And then let me go into my account here. You'd go into yours, right? The one that you did. You're going to allow the connection. Okay, so now it's connected there. Now I got a couple of questions, store requirements. I need to confirm some of this stuff. So here's where we checked our refund policy and our services available on our. Just go ahead and click on it, and then you're confirming it. You're basically telling Google, hey, I am abiding by all of your policies. They will look at your site, so go ahead and make sure you do these, but confirm that payment methods are visible on your website. That means you have Visa, MasterCard logos and things like that. We do have that on ours. We're going to go ahead and confirm. And then confirm that you have contact information visible on your website. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this. And then it asks you, select two of the methods added. So I'm going to put physical address and phone number because I didn't have the email on there. So I'll click confirm. And so now it's, yay, I've been, it's successful. Okay, so your shop meets the basic requirements. And then you have free listings. So surface across Google, list your products for free on Google, increase the number of places where, so you do this first, okay? And then you're gonna click on Get Started. Now, if I scroll down here, if you look at my Google Merchant Center, it's already selected. So I have multiple accounts set up, so I can click Connect. So now it's checking and it's claiming my ID for this. Okay, so product data will be synced by the merchant. So I got 4 completed. So I'm going to scroll down here and you click on target market is your next thing. Select. And then in my case, it's United States and the language is English. And I select save. Okay, next thing down here, you have ship settings. So if I click on shipping settings, I could do manually set up shipping settings in Google Merchant Center. So you can go inside of merchant.google.com and you can set up your own shipping settings, but it's always better to just import the shipping settings from Shopify if possible, okay? So I'm gonna click on that, click on save. So now if I scroll down and I look, I've done the first part of this. So services, program, verify, that service program card in your merchant center says active. If it does, you're successfully opted in, and ignore this message. Verify that services across Google program card in your merchant center says active. So we can switch over to our merchant center. And look here, I'm missing product data. So I need to sync the products first before any of that happens. So I'm gonna go ahead and go down. The next thing, I'm not gonna click on marketing yet because I'm not doing any kind of smart marketing yet. I am gonna come back here later, okay? And this is where you create your ads. You click on get started and you'll walk through this process. So if you look at this, 5 products are available for the Google channel. I edited 1. I need to edit the other 4 before they get submitted, but I'm gonna leave those not all the way filled out so we can see the error message that it's going to show. Okay, so 5 products pending. It does take them 3 to 5 days to review products, but the sync happens pretty fast. Another thing you're going to want to do is click on settings when you're in here, and then if you look at this, I've got my account, I've got my Google Merchant Center account, and now look, it says I have connect a Google Ads account. So I've got multiple obviously in there. I'm going to click on connect, And so now before you use your new account, you must add billing information, etc., etc., etc. Okay, so you're going to confirm the details here. I've added my billing info, and now you can dismiss that little stupid message. Okay, now I'll scroll down some more, double check this, I got my target market, and then here's where you actually define if you want to use the SEO or the default product title or SEO description or the default product description. So it is recommended that you do use the SEO description and the SEO product title, and that was underneath the products at the very bottom where I showed you previously, but I'll just show you again. So you just click on the product and then scroll to the bottom, all the way to the bottom of the product here. And then here's what it's going to pull in. Resistance bands, 11-piece set, flex bands. I really don't need to have how-to products on there. I could probably get rid of that. People don't care. They want to see what it is. Flex band, 11-piece resistant resi bands. Resistance bands set 11 resistance bands. It's 11-piece set. 11-piece set. Flex bands. I just did that because it's a name that we have out there in marketing, okay? All right, so flex bands. Okay, so now I have the Google Sales Channel installed, okay? It's automatically going to create the feed for me, so I don't have to do anything else along the lines of importing products or uploading a feed or doing any of the old school stuff that you used to have to do. So there are multiple ways that you can get products into the Merchant Center. You can look that up yourself and do a little Google search, but there's you can use Google Sheets, you can upload a CSV file, you can upload an XML file, there's all kinds of stuff you can do to get your products in there. This is how you hook it up through Shopify, so you don't have to deal with any of that technical stuff. So now if I go back over to my products here, it's going to say missing product data, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so let's click on products. Yeah, it doesn't. So multiple products, performance. So it's going to take a little time before it starts to feed in there, and then it actually, yeah, there's no data. So I got nothing going on right now. All right. All right, so we'll come back in here when it starts to show some of the products in here. You can click on Fix Issues, Missing Product Data, complete all the steps, learn more, leave program. So you come down here, let's see. Errors found, review. Yeah, see, back to shopping at setup, errors found. Okay, so we waited a couple of days, and now we're back in here. We've logged back into our Google Merchant Center here. And if you'll notice, more of the stuff's green, and there's a red 1 or 2. I'm going to go ahead and click on products. And you'll notice now that disproved or the pending items are now active. So if I scroll down here, I can actually see there's still some small issues with some of the products. So if I take a look at the samples here, let me just go ahead and look at one of these. And let me go back because we go to diagnostics. I clicked on that one earlier, so let me go ahead and click on this one here. And it's got, so it's saying that it's due to missing identifier, right? So provide at least 2 of the missing identifiers. So it's saying I'm missing either a UPC code or a GTIN or a manufacturer's product or a brand, right? So I know that the brand's not missing because that's part of the vendor. So if I look at brand, it says Portwear Party Store, so it's not missing. Sometimes they come up with these false positives, but if I scroll down, I'll see that the rest of the info is here. I can just ignore that unless it says review or it's been disapproved. So let me go back to diagnostics, scroll back down here, click on view samples, and then let's take a look at Magic Circle here. Outdoor Super Top Store, that's our vendor. So we scroll down. So it's this partial nudity in personalized advertising. So if I scroll up here and I click on these images, it's just somebody with, it's Google's algorithm. It's kind of stupid. It's not a human. So you just go down and request a review again. You gotta say, yeah, I've read this, request a manual review, and then somebody will look at it and then approve the So, it's not an exact science for them to get that. They're going to go ahead and check it out, and then hopefully we'll approve the product, okay? So you can go ahead and click around through here. I don't have any promotions going or anything. So if I go back into Shopify and I click on Google, and it brings up my Google app here, and then I scroll down and I click on create campaign, and then I have to basically create the name. So it's doing it in Chinese because it comes up from that other product. So let's go ahead and take a look at why that's doing that. Yeah, it's pulling the description from my vendor, so that's not good. I'm gonna have to fix that. All right, so we come in here and click on Google, and then we're going to go down here. We're going to create a smart campaign. So we're going to go ahead and try to find some products and such here. So let's take a look at this. Each of your product variants will appear as a separate individual ad. Ads may appear differently depending on a platform or device. Typical ad might look like this. So all of the products that we have accepted in our merch over here. So it's saying I have 6 active items, right? We click on all products. Yeah, okay. So it's saying I have 6 active items now. They took a look at it, so apparently they said it's okay. They're approving it. So let me go back over here. Activity. I'm just going to put in Google Merch, Smart Shopping. And it's my test, so I'll just put in test right there. Campaign budget daily. If you put in $5 and let this run for the month, it's going to be $150. So the daily minimum is recommended for 5. If you do run this for some time, Facebook will actually let you turn off the campaign, right, and turn it on based on when you want to target the dates. This app isn't that smart, so you're just going to have to put in your minimum budget. I mean, if you want to run it for like 3 days and get a bunch of people there, you can put $50 a day in there, $150, okay? How a smart campaign works: campaign budget billing. You only pay if someone clicks on a shopping ad. Google Ads uses an average daily budget. If your budget is $10, Google might spend 5 on one day and 15 on the next day. Campaign duration. Campaigns run until paused. You can pause your campaign at any time. However, it takes about 30 days for Google to rank your products and optimize shopping placement. So they're trying to get some money out of you before you're optimized for Google's listings, right, in the merch. So this is an avenue where you've already started doing some organic search engine optimization. You are doing maybe some Google ads, maybe some Facebook ads, and you're seeing which one of those work better for you. And then you're coming in here and running these smart campaigns to get in the shop. So this is like your 3rd, 4th tier of what you want to do to get your products in here, just because it takes a little more management on your behalf. So if you scroll down here, products in your campaign, Google creates a unique shopping ad for every approved product synced to your Merchant Center account. Ads are optimized based on your user behavior. Popular products receive most of your daily budget. Shopping ad placement. Google tests your shopping ads on multiple platforms, determine a placement, blah, blah, blah. So it's the same thing as Google Ads. So if I go back into Merchant Center, and say I didn't want this one having an ad, or I didn't want to, all these are getting sent in here, I accidentally filled it up. You can just put a checkbox next to it, say I wanted to remove this one, and then you just hit the trash can, and then it'll get rid of that one. It won't create ads, it won't run it for you, or anything like that. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Publish Activity, and then let's see what happens here. Your marketing automation is published, okay? Blah, 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 blah. So marketing automation show ads and send messages to your customers based on your behavior once it's set up. So it says, Sarah and Taylor, it starts offering these other apps for you to create some automation, right? So if I look at this now, I've got Google Merch Shopping, something's pending, here's my cost, sessions, right? Edit automation. So let me go in here, edit the automation. Now if I look at that, there we go. Your activity is pending review. You can edit this activity once it's been approved, but you need to reload the page. So we have to wait for them again, right, to approve this activity. Well, in my current ads account, I have it turned off for the actual payments. So let's see. Okay, so I went ahead and logged into my Google Ads. I actually don't have the billing turned on, just for instructional purposes for myself. If you take a look at this, it created a campaign. So if you come into Google Ads, you click on campaigns, and by creating that smart campaign inside of Shopify, it's created a new campaign called Campaign 208691. And I click on it and I can dig into it to see what's in this particular campaign. So if I go ahead and click on automated group, remember it's pending, right? And it's also submitting my products in here. So if I click on this, it has all products. It's giving me an example of Magic Yoga Circle, right? So these are the products that are submitted in here. So products submitted 6, I can click on that, and then that's going to show all the products that I got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I've got these 6 products. They're all ready to serve. Here's my pricing. My clicks, nothing, right? All the cost per click. So what'll happen is once this is active, and say, for instance, I had my billing turned on, this would start to run advertisements. What I would do is, so say today I turned the billing on, I would wait and check it tomorrow morning, okay? And then what you want to do is you want to check it daily, every morning when you get back to your office or your home or whatever, and you wake up, whenever you check it, is get in here and then just to check and make sure that it's not, even though you set the budget at $5 a day, it's always nice to get in there to see what is being used, right? So I usually track it that way. You can set up a bigger budget as you start getting used to this. But notice how I didn't have to go into Google Ads, and I didn't have to create a campaign. I didn't have to create an ad. I didn't have to add my products separately. So by just doing a little bit of configuration, by hooking Shopify up to the Google Merchant Center, I bypassed all of those needs, right? So it is a smart shopping campaign, so it is going to show the products, when they're searched for based by product name and some of the stuff in the description, et cetera, right? So if you really want to get targeted and you're trying to optimize and shoot for and sell like a couple of specific products, I would create campaign-specific ads separate from this smart campaign just for those products, and then you can detail and cater your titles and your links and your landing pages and such so that you can really focus on those particular keywords and track them in those products so you can track them to your website for the conversions. What I like to do is when I'm creating the ads is I always create A/B testing. So I'll create one product with a couple of different headlines, and then I'll create another product, the same product, with a couple of different headlines, right? So that's A/B testing for one. And then what I'll do is I'll change the image out to a different image, right? So this one has the girl working out, 50% off, but the next one may be the actual product itself, right? Product itself with a different headline, and then the product itself with another headline. So in that particular instance, I would have 4 ads for it, just like if you're familiar with Facebook ads, when you start doing testing to see which video and which image and which copy works, this is the same concept, the same idea when you're creating your Google ads. So hopefully this has helped you out. If you could subscribe below, I'd appreciate it. Trying to get this channel going. Again, took a little time off, but I'm going to start adding more videos on here about how to use Google, and Facebook, Shopify, and developing stores, and search engine optimization, app development, and all that fun stuff. So have a good one, and thanks for watching.